So I just watched Workin Boys and it is disturbingly good. This short film is based off the musical within the musical of The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals and stars Jeff Blim as Professor Henry Higgins, Mariah Rose Fate as Zoe, Angela Giartana as Haley and Grace, Lauren Lopez as Ruth and Linda, Kim Whalen as Meg and Miss Mulberry, Bryce Charles as Cassandra, Joey Richter as Steve and Ted, Kurt Mega as Mark and Officer Bailey, Dylan Sanders as Layton and Gerald, Corey Doris as Stu and Bill, John Matheson as Greg and Richie, Mary Kate Wiles as the Starlight producer, Virginia Vaz as Sue, and Paul Gabriel as the stage manager. Workin' Boys was written by the brothers Nick and Matt Lang and is also directed by Nick Lang. All the songs was written and composed by Jeff Blim and accompanied by Matt Dahan. Workin' Boys is about Professor Hitchens, whose dream of producing his own musical finally came true, but he soon realizes that that dream isn't what he hoped it would be, and in true Hatchetfield fashion, shit hits the fan. Can I just say that I love everything about this film? The story, the characters, the lore, the comedy.
All right, boys!
Girls!
Right! All right, boys! Go long!
The references and cameos.
Raisin? I hate raisins.
Fuck this. Fucking raisins.
The costumes, makeup, and of course the songs.
Field was ready for play.
I also like the way they made fun of gender swap on the characters, which is common in the movie industry.
Professor, remember the changes.
Right. I'm sorry. I mean, working girls.
All the cast and crew did an amazing job. Also shout out to our queen Lauren Lopez. She is indeed a very versatile actress, portraying three characters that were very different from each other. Linda being a cold queen as always, and Ruth. I'm so happy she finally got to act, even if it's just for once. Pun intended.
Living just for once.
And Mariah and Kim, oh, they slayed their performances.
They're down and it's all my fault. Need to get home to my girl.
I mean, all of them did. And Angela, come on, she proved again why Grace Chastity is one of my favorite Hatchetfield characters. I think it's a running joke that Grace always saved the day on the Hatchetfield universe. Bryce, even though she only has a small part, is amazing as always. I can't wait to watch her on Cinderella's Castle. I'm really sad I can't watch it live because I don't live in the US, but I'll definitely watch the digital release. Joey, Dylan, Corey, John, and Kurt totally nailed their characters, especially as the ghost, Greg, Steve, Stu, Mark, and Layton. That scene was super creepy, and I love it. It's kinda sad we didn't get to see Chad. And of course, Jeff Blim, the musical genius and king of unhinged characters. Professor Higgins was originally played by Robert Mannion on The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals, but because of his misconduct, he was then replaced by Nick Lang on Nightmare Time and now by Jeff Blim on Workin' Boys, which they both perform real well. I must admit though, I miss Robert as Professor Higgins. He has this crazy, funny, and very charismatic take on the role. It's a shame what the actor did though. Why did you have to do that? Why? Nevertheless, Jeff, an amazing actor as he is, doubled it and made Professor Higgins not just funny, charismatic, and unhinged, but also made him a very complex character. And did I mention that he looks really good with that clean-cut white hair? He slayed that performance. Pun intended. I think Professor Higgins was obsessed in making this musical, not just because he loves musical theater, but also because he missed the days when he was just hanging out with his best friends.
Just me and my 6 boyfriends.
Boyfriends. In this short film, we found out what really happened to them, and it is really sad. They were struck by lightning and died in front of Higgins, and it must be really traumatizing.
I was the only survivor. I dug my way free from my dead friends' charred bodies. It was the worst day of my life.
He wanted to make this musical in honor of them, but the higher-ups changing the characters and the story, totally erasing the memory of Higgins' friends, the audience enjoying the show, and with the influence of Pokey, Yes, I'm sure it was him because they had a blue color surrounding them and, of course, musicals. It finally made Heejun snap and went into a killing spree. The scene when he said,
I can't wait to get home to my mom.
he will finally join them in that, and that was really heartbreaking. I totally love this short film. Thank you so much, Nick and Matt Lang, for creating these amazing characters and wonderful
Every
stories.
day the same.